Hey, what's up guys? Gare here, and we are going to do another Let's Play. What game are we playing today, Naya?
Contra.
Contra! Good job! Yes, we are playing Contra today. This is easily one of my all-time favorite games for the Nintendo system. So much fun. I think it's a masterpiece of a game. I mean, the story, the gameplay, the controls, the music, it's fantastic. I freaking love it. I really wish I had played this game as a kid. I honestly didn't play this until about a year or two ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago, actually. So, I'm really bummed I didn't play this as a kid, because I think I would have loved the crap out of it. Oh, God. Phone's ringing. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like I grew up in the 90s, guys. I was born in 1986, so I'm definitely a 90s child. And I loved me some action flicks. Like, I watched a ton of, Arnold movies, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme. That was my homie right there. But yeah, I like the Terminator movies, Rambo, anything with Jean-Claude Van Damme, you name it. I love that stuff. So this would have been right up my alley as a kid. But I grew up in a really small town, so we just really didn't know about these kind of games. The only games we really knew about that everybody talked about and everybody played was, like the normal ones, like the Mario Brothers and stuff like that, which are classic games. I'm glad I played them. But a vast majority of the games that I got to play through and experience was just stuff that I picked up at the grocery store. That's what I did every week. I'd get through school Monday through Friday, do my homework and all that crap. And then on Friday, my mom would take me out to eat. We'd go to like Pizza Hut or something like that. And then we'd go to the grocery store, pick up a game, and go back home. And so that's what I got stuck with, that's the game I had for the weekend. I couldn't just take it right back because we lived like, 20, 30 minutes away from the grocery store. So I was stuck with that. And 9 times out of 10, I rented a really just terrible, crappy, horrible game. When I think back, a lot of the games that I rented and played as a kid, were LJN titles, because they held the license to a lot of really cool things, especially for kids. Like they had movie licenses, a lot of kind of cartoony things. I'm trying to think of some that I rented that I really hate. I mean, I think I hated all of them. Let's see, the Uncanny X-Men was a game that I rented one time when I was a kid. I was really, really sick. And I was really excited about it because I thought the X-Men were really cool. I didn't know much about them as a kid, but they just seemed really awesome. And I was like, there's nothing better than being able to play it. So I rented it, didn't feel good, and the game pissed me off so bad when I was a kid that I literally cried until I threw up all over my bed. And I'll never forget that. Like, that was one of the worst that was one of the worst moments ever. But what are some other games I rented?
How'd you throw up on your bed?
Well, I was playing it, and I got mad and I cried so uncontrollably that I just puked. And I was in my bed when I was playing it, so I just puked all over my sheets and my blanket. I know, isn't that horrible? It was gross. I know, my mom was like super pissed at me. But yeah, another one was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. I literally wore the VHS tape out because I watched it so much. So when I saw the video game for it, I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. And again, that game was so confusing. I had no idea what to do, and I got so mad at it that I rage quit and I'd freak out and throw my controller and everything. I think I enjoyed it just because, it was really cartoony. It's definitely made for kids, but I just don't understand how they expect kids to figure out a lot of the cryptic stuff that was in it. So that was another one. Another thing was, like, when I was a kid, I've always been into horror films. A lot of you guys know I'm really into them now. But even when I was a kid, I loved horror films. So when I saw that they made a Friday the 13th game, my grandparents rented it for me. And again, it was a horrible, horrible game made by LJN. It was a terrible game. I understand it was probably supposed to be meant for adults. But, they had to have known kids were going to play that kind of stuff. It's Nintendo. And it's so freaking confusing. Like, I got so mad as a kid that I would go outside and cry because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. The map system it's confusing as an adult, but as a kid, oh my god, it's no wonder I got so mad. And I'm dying. Oh my god, I'm dying like crazy right now. But yeah, that's another one. Oh, Terminator 2. You know, when that movie came out, that was a huge thing. Like it was state of the art, man. It was. Am I boring you? I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm telling a story, Naya. Don't judge me.
No, I'm just tired even.
Are you tired? Okay. Sorry. But yeah, so Terminator 2 came out, and of course a game came out for it made by LJN. And of course, you know, as a kid, how could you get anything better than that? Like playing the movie. I was so excited. I was so amped up when we rented it. And that was one of the biggest piece of crap games I've ever played. I mean, that's kind of an ongoing theme with LJN, but I was so disappointed. I don't even think I got past the first level because it was just so... It was so confusing, and you had to button mash the crap out of it, and I got sick of doing it, so...
Which Terminator one?
Terminator 2 for the Nintendo. If I get a chance, I'll show you sometime. It's a really bad game. It's horrible. But,
Sounds... Whoa, you were like screaming and crying. That's horrible.
I don't know. I don't remember if I freaked out on that one or not. I'm sure I did. That's kind of what kids did back then when we played games. Like, you know those angry video game nerd videos we watch? Mm-hmm. He does that because that's what a lot of us did as kids. We'd get really mad at the games because they were so frustrating, and we'd freak out and we'd throw our controllers and we'd quit. Like games today that, you know, like PlayStation 4, like the newer stuff, they make them really easy, so they're not really hard to beat. So a lot of people just, they don't understand that frustration. And I mean,
what the heck is that?
It's definitely not a bad thing. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
It's like a freaking alien, right?
Probably like an alien scorpion thing.
Alien scorpion thing? I don't know about the scorpion. I think it's just an alien.
Yeah, whatever it is, it looks really weird.
Yeah, but it's awesome though, right? That's one of the things I love about the Contra series is they kind of, I think they kind of like, you know, stole some pages out of the Alien movie. Well, yeah, the Alien movies. But I freaking love that because the Alien movies, they're some of my all-time favorites. So to combine like something like Alien and Rambo and Commando and put it in a video game, oh my god, that's just so awesome. That just kind of further states, or it further, what's the word, reinforces the fact of how amazing this game is.
Then how many playthroughs have we done?
We've done a few. Yeah, we've been kind of like marathon running these. We've been trying to play through several games today to get these videos up so we can, like, you know, break them into segments so you guys don't have to listen to me talk for more than 10 or 15 minutes at a time, because I can barely stand to listen to myself. I'm sure it gets painful for you guys. And that's why I brought Miss Naya along. She's pretty entertaining. She's a funny kid, so she could probably lighten the mood a little bit, bring some entertainment to the table. But I guess she hasn't really had a chance. I've been yammering on like a little girl. Was that funny?
Yes. You are a little girl and you scream like a little girl.
I know I do scream like a little girl sometimes, I know. If you guys were to ever watch a horror film with me, like especially like the ones that they build up a lot of anticipation and then something jumps out and scares the living crap out of you, you guys would probably get a huge kick out of watching me watch those, because I do. Like the little biatch in me comes out full force. It's, oh god, it's embarrassing. I've actually gotten kicked out of the theater before because I was screaming so loud I was disrupting the other patrons. So I actually ended up scaring them a lot more than the movie did. So that's a fun fact. That's a good time. Maybe I should do that sometime. Like I'll watch a scary movie sometime and record
that
myself.
Movie when remember we watched after that movie, then at that part you're like, no, let's not watch that.
Which one? Paranormal Activity?
Yes.
Oh god, yeah, those movies I can't do. Oh my god, they scare the crap out of me.
I remember you screaming like the little girl. You're like, ah!
Yeah, I did. They're not like, you know, nightmare scary, I don't think. It's just, man, anytime you deal with, like, demonic forces or, like, the supernatural, man, I can't do it, dude. It scares the piss out of me, because, you know, if Freddy or Chucky or somebody comes at me, I can fight him off, but a freaking ghost or a demon, like, look, you can swing at him, but what's it gonna do? You know, you're just gonna piss them off, and they're just gonna, like, possess you or throw stuff at you, so, you know, I don't like, that scares the crap out of me. Funny story, when I was 10 years old, I was having a slumber party. Like, I had a whole bunch of my friends over to stay the night at my grandparents' house, and we were all chilling upstairs playing Nintendo 64, and like 2 in the morning, we decided to go downstairs and get a snack. And my grandmother was still awake for some reason. She was watching TV, and we went down there. She changed the channel really quick. So we're like, "Oh, Grandma, what were you watching? Are you watching something naughty?" And she's like, "No, I was watching a really scary movie, but you guys can't watch it. I won't allow you to. It's too scary." And you know, we all watch scary movies, so we're like, "Oh, whatever. It can't be that bad." Yeah. So she says it's The Exorcist. It's the scariest movie ever made, and she couldn't, in good consciousness, let us watch it. So we finally talked her into it. She flipped it back over, and it was the freaking part where they're throwing holy water at her, and then her head spins around. And I swear to God, all 5 friends of mine and we all screamed at the same time. We ran upstairs, and we flipped out. We had never seen anything that scary before. Yeah, I was going to stop here, but I'll go ahead and finish the story. So anyway, we go back upstairs, and we're trying to go to sleep, but we're all so freaked out, we can't. So we're laying there, we have the lights off, I think it's about 5 in the morning, so it's still dark, but we're trying to finally get to sleep, we're getting tired. Well, I had a couple of older friends that were there at the slumber party, a few years older than us. They waited till we got tired, and they thought it would be freaking hilarious to basically get under the bed, start kicking it, and make demonic sounds and throw stuff across the room. So we flipped the heck out. Like, we were like, "Oh my God, the demons are here. They found out we watched the movie. Oh, Jesus!" You know, we were screaming, crying. It was horrible. And then, to make it worse, after we finally calmed down, we were asking our older friends about, like, what do we do? And they're like, "Well, since the sun's coming up, the demons are going away, so we should be okay. But you guys need to be really careful, because it's a known fact that you can be possessed by the devil until you're 13 years old." So, yeah, I was 10 years old when this happened. I did not sleep for more than 2 hours a night for the next 3 years, because I was convinced that was a true story. Like, that you could be possessed. So, I didn't sleep. I slept with a freaking crucifix on my belly. I went to church regularly. It was... I had to go to therapy because of that movie, because I lost so much sleep. I was so freaking scared. It's the most pathetic thing ever. I swear, I had to go to therapy, and I didn't find out until I was about 16 years old that they were screwing with us. So, yeah, that's kind of a funny story. I probably could have told it better if I wasn't playing this at the same time, but... Anyway, yeah, so I have some deep-seated psychological issues with demonic forces and supernatural because of that movie.
What's that thing that was on your belly?
A crucifix? A cross?
What is it?
A cross? It's like a... Oh God, I can't believe you don't know this. So, you know who Jesus is? Okay, he's... Well, oh my God, I don't want to get into a freaking theological, religious... Basically, it's like a T. You know what a T looks like? It's a T, basically. And it's supposed to be, religious, and it's supposed to keep the evil spirits away. So that's why I slept with it with me, so that way the evil spirits and ghosts wouldn't get me. And yeah. So there's that story. So that's why anytime there's a movie with supernatural and demonic crap, I can't do it. I know... It's funny because I'm not like a religious person at all. I'm kind of what you call maybe agnostic. Not atheist, but I'm just kind of like whatever. But anyway, so I know that stuff's bullcrap. I don't really believe in it, but I still freak out. Like, I'm still scared to death. Like, when I go to bed, I gotta sleep with the light on and everything. It's really pathetic. And I'm really jumpy. Like, I'm a super jumpy person. So, I mean, you could just come up behind me and tap me on the shoulder, and I'll let out a little bitch scream and jump and yell. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop the video here. We'll continue this next time. Have anything to add, Naya?
No.
Okay, we'll see you guys on the